Plans to... so Lord Roaringhorn is hosting an elegant banquet. I think I said tonight, so we'll just go with tonight. And you are all going there as Keller's guests, and Lurk is going as Keller's date for the evening.
Yay.
Ooh.
So, you have an evening. You have the day to prepare for Lord Roaringhorn's banquet. She's given you a letter of credit, basically, so you can go anywhere to a nice tailor, get yourself some fancy outfits. Is that the plan, boys?
Yeah, sure. I know what fancy clothing is.
Well, I've actually been thinking a bit about that, and I'm thinking I would probably be somewhat knowledgeable about how that would work. So I think I could probably be the one to like pick out clothes for everyone.
Yeah, that makes definitely
And
makes sense.
I could probably also like give everyone like a crash course in like how you talk to nobles and stuff.
Yeah, whatever. Just get me something.
Here's my money. Shut up and take my money. Yeah. So, any particular?
I'm just like,
finery?
okay, so that will be like 10 gold, and you just like hand me like a random amount of money. Like this is 10, right?
This is all my money. Here, just take it. Wealth is a sin.
To be fair, I'm not really sure what would look good.
So,
I'm probably gonna give my money to Darkstone.
yeah. Well, you're all gonna have to go to the tailors and get measured, aren't you? So.
Yeah. Are we gonna have the tailor first then? So we can all go together and kind of do our own thing afterwards?
If you guys want, obviously you're in Waterdeep now, so anything you want is pretty much at your beck and call for buying here as well, much like in Neverwinter. Plate armor, all of that good stuff.
Now, I suppose Lurk should probably look a little bit fancier since the rest is like Keller's date and everything.
Yeah, I already said he's gonna splash out massively.
Fine.
So,
Go on.
guessing the other
I don't
three
want to
of
get
us-
tailored. I hate that. I would hate that.
You don't want the
Oh,
guy
sorry,
that like
puppy.
measure like your pecs and everything.
They've got down 2 inches. Fuck! Just starts doing push-ups in the tailors. I'm like, no. Fucking yeah.
If they touch me, I'll punch them. I'll just fucking.
Yikes.
But I assume like with like Keller's like kind of like darker theme, I think like it would probably like work on more complementally than with like the three of us get like probably like black tuxedos or something, or some like fantasy equivalent.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
maybe white gloves.
Of James Bond, yeah. So you're going James Bond theme.
And then guess Lurk would have something more like a fancier kind of like tailcoat with like just like kind of
A
maybe
rose.
more of like a sort of purple ribbon thing like sticking out of it.
Yeah,
or
like-
something.
I'll just go in my robe that I'm wearing currently.
I'm guessing I could
I mean,
silver it up a little bit.
if you decide Vamer is going to be like really anal about it, and I don't think Eric's going to be able to do anything about that. So
I want to
One sec, my curry's just arrived.
Fucking hell,
I
that
just
was
wanna-
loud, wasn't it?
Can I get more like silver embroidery and like
Yeah, whatever you want, bro. So say you
Yeah.
found a very nice tailor. Let's call it the... I don't know, the King's...
Emporium?
The King's Emporium. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, there's a young halfling... old halfling man who runs the place. Has like covered in tailor stuff. You know what I mean? Like whatever a tailor looks like. He has thread. Lots of thread. Yeah. You explain to him that you're going to this ball tonight, and you can see the dollar signs in his eyes, especially when you show him the rate of credit you have. So, he starts showing you a collection of stuff he has and stuff, and you can pretty much just take your fancy. He can alter it however you want.
Can he take my cape and inside of it embroider it with like more silver?
Yeah, probably.
Beef it up a bit, and then I want some like modular stuff, so like jewelry and stuff like I can just take off.
Yeah.
Because I
can
want
do
to
that.
keep things as usual, my usual garment, but I want to beef it up with like lots of silver and
Just
not
look
too
smart.
gaudy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. You can put patches on for you and everything like that. I assume he uses magic for tailoring, so you know what I mean, like a forge
Real
cleric,
quick.
like a tailor cleric.
Like
Yeah.
just like he just like snaps his fingers and then just poof, and like you just emerge out of a snow cloud with like fine clothing.
Like the
Oh my god.
the fairy godmother waving a wand when all the stuff starts
Yeah.
doing the chores for itself. Dickety poppity pop, or whatever the song is.
Yeah. Imagine.
So outfits collected. Would we like to buy anything before we go? I assume you boys know that you
Well,
are going in unarmed.
Well,
I
mean-
need weapons.
I am guessing that since I have like that sword with the with the like Telder's crest on it, it might be a good idea to at least somehow hide that.
Ooh, you know what I could? Yeah, wait. I have
If
a
there's gonna be
thing.
nobles
I
everywhere,
could still
like
have
someone...
I could still have like jewelry, not real jewelry. Like what monks wear. They wear like that
Prayer
those
beads?
bowls and shit. And
Like your
yeah,
prayer beads and stuff like
yeah.
that.
I could wear that
Ooh.
because I was relatively in a higher position at my monastery. I would have had better looking stuff.
What do you like usually wear?
And I'd imagine you've advanced in the tenets of your study as you've been away from the monastery, so you know what to create for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, say, like a black belt, maybe you have like a different bead on your thing or something like that. I don't know, whatever you want.
We could do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. We'll write that in.
Yeah. So, are we actually going to remember all these details, though?
Oh.
No, it's just for flavour, innit? We're telling a
Yeah.
story together, aren't we? You know what I mean?
Well, I guess for myself personally, I'll probably go for like something slightly more understated, like I imagine what he probably wore like back at the Telger family estate would be something along the lines of like a somewhat dark purple-ish, like kind of tailcoat thing with white gloves.
You only look like a butler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
You
Boys
have a
stats.
pocket watch. How about that? You wear a butler outfit with a pocket watch, so you look more refined. You look like one of the servants.
no, because I feel like I would go for like less flair than that.
The tailor, let's call him Beldegrass. Fuck it.
Telegrass, yeah.
Yeah. No, he realizing that you boys are spending a lot of money now, he's like shouted his apprentice in, and he's gone, giving him some money. And he's like, head to the tavern, fetch wine, and he's locked the door now, and he's like, come on, boys.
Oh,
He's
no,
like,
the wine. Yeah, we don't want to spend too much of our employer's money. But
I mean, you make more money for her.
Yeah.
Everything you do, she gets a cut.
Just remember to wear your masks, guys. We can't spread any
wait, are
germs.
we actually using masks?
Oh.
I mean, it's
There's no corona in my campaign setting.
Oh,
I
I thought you meant like a mask ball. I'm sorry.
Oh, a masquerade ball kind of thing.
Yeah,
No, it's not like that. No.
Okay.
Is that what they're called? Masquerade balls? It is. Isn't
Yeah, I
it?
think so.
something like that.
Yeah, that's what they call.
It's like rich
You're
people
wearing a
Halloween.
masquerade.
Rich people Halloween.
Or Saturday, as they like
How
to
many
call it.
people do you think will dress like the Grim Reaper this year?
Well, I'm putting a
Oh,
sign
I-
on our door saying no trick-or-treaters because they shouldn't fucking be outside doing it anyway.
We don't have that here because that's the work of Satan.
How about a Karen costume?
Something like that. So
We'll talk about it later.
what do you go for, Eric? What's your character go for?
What'd you say?
What does your character go for, Eric?
Kind of
Where-
what I already like described. I
And
assume, like-
Apoff is going balls deep. He back from his curry yet? 'Cause I'm...
Is he gonna wear like
Super
the
sorry about that.
recently?
No, it's
yeah. You're probably gonna be so grimdark that he's gonna wear like a recently deceased husband outfit, you know? Wait,
Literally his skin.
yeah. Literally like dead animal around his shoulder, you know? Something like
Are we
that.
talking about Drow or?
No,
Yeah.
no, we're just saying what outfit you're gonna wear. Probably dead husband.
Oh.
Dead husband skin. No, the tailor is when he's realised how much money you boys are spending, he's shut the shop and he's gone and sent the boy off for some wine, and because you boys are spending a lot of money.
Mhm.
Especially Lurk.
Yeah.
I'm
We're-
not the.
we're
I'm not
talking
spending
like-
money.
You know,
I'm
golden.
just wearing what I already have.
We're talking like golden embroidery level as well.
Nice.
Mhm.
So he comes to measure you, Vaymir. He's like, arms up.
I just stare at him. Yeah, I'm staring at him and saying, "Back off."
How will we know if your suit fits?
Like, I think I'm gonna like sigh a little bit and just kind of like lean over to the guy and just be like, yeah, I'm sorry. It's just kind of like that.
How about he measures it himself, or he actually puts his own hands on himself, and you measure it off of that. Off of that.
No.
I don't know what to say.
I think we're all looking at each other like.
And, like, I'm thinking I'm gonna like.
I'm
just
I'm not
lean
gonna
over.
wear a suit. Shit feels too tight. Nah.
So,
You want
something
a nice-
baggy then, perhaps. He's like, I can guess your size. I've got tailor's eyes, and he runs off and he fetches like.
I
an
could
outfit.
suggest something. A robe, perhaps. Like a
Goes
nice
and
chamber
fetches
robe.
like quite a nice robe. It's like very nicely made, nice colours, things like that. You know, purples, yellows, like that. I don't, expensive colours in this time.
Mm-hmm.
I reach for my purse. I just give him the money and I just take it. No measuring. That's the last thing I tell him. I just put it on.
He's like, this will fit you. It'll be nice and baggy, not tight. Won't restrict your movements either.
Good. That means I can fight.
But
This
actually,
guy
it
knows his customers.
might have something for fighting. Give me that back. He's like, he goes back, comes back with a different robe. He's like, this one, like has like straps on it, kind of thing. It's like a really nice robe, and like he's like, you can tie this to fit you, so it's not too tight, and you'll be able to freely move. There'll be no bagginess, so that your opponents can grab hold of either. That way.
Deal.
It's like, and you should be able to put it on yourself as well. One of your friends can help you on the night. So we buy all the outfits. Keller's paid for most of it. Apart from you, Apoth, you've gone fucking balls deep and bought loads of jewelry and stuff as
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Mhm.
How much gold you got?
I check my sheet. It says I have. Where is it? Main. Oh, I have to check my D&D Beyond.
I'm gonna let
series.
you choose how much money you've spent on this.
I was trying to find my gold on my character sheet. Where is it?
On inventory at the very bottom. Treasure, 526 gold pieces.
Yeah. How much
Okay,
is everyone else spending?
So I walk over to a mirror. I pull out my those bead shit, and I have two. So I point at you guys and like, which one looks better with my eyes? Hmm.
Beautiful.
Very funny, baby.
With your glowing, your scales
Lurk's
glowing.
gonna
in
be
the-
kind of a little.
Oh
Lurk's
yeah,
gonna
I
be
want to
kind
show off my scales. Mmm.
Lurk's
Want to
gonna
know
be
how I
kind-
got these scales?
You say bitches love scars, like bitches love scales, man.
They probably do, though, right?
Right?
This is
Furries
mysterious.
especially.
Lurk
Yeah,
is
so-
going to be a kind of a little petty fuck, and he's going to wait to see how much everyone else spends.
Can I spend like 50 gold on like a nice vest with like silver on it and
Callow probably
some
pays for
fine
that.
pants?
Callow's
Okay.
credit note will extend that far, yeah.
Well,
for
what
that.
about the jewelry though? That's gonna
Oh,
wrap up
yeah,
the
so
price
it's
a lot.
clothes, she said, like, so you'd be going to another shop and just buying jewelry. This guy doesn't sell, do you know what I mean? This is
Alright, cool.
she's like, this is something I've just kind of thought of earlier. It's like she's basically giving you a credit note with a seal, basically, with like, right, these boys can spend this much money on clothes. So
Yeah, isn't like 5 gold like the equivalent of 50 weeks of work?
yeah, but you're in the upper class district now. You know what I mean? Like, this is a posh shop.
So normally
Where,
we would have to spend like 100 gold on clothes or something,
We're where
like double the price.
Mark Zuckerberg buys his shoelaces.
Yeah.
I imagine I'm probably the one you're spending least of because I'm kind of like going for something slightly more understated.
You
Yeah.
probably already have some shit invested though. Like you already have like nice stuff, in a way, probably.
But he wouldn't have it on his person, would he? Because he doesn't keep it in his bag.
Oh,
No, but with my backstory, like I wouldn't have. Like it does say in like the the backstory thing for like courtier that I would have fine clothes, but because my backstory I decided I don't have that.
Sorry.
So
Mm.
Fair enough.
Well, I spent 100 gold basically.
Yes, so take it off yourself. They may probably didn't spend a penny. earwig if you're buying anything else. Shoot up paid for your clothes. And Apoth. You want to say 200?
Hmm.
Who? Me?
Oh no, did I say Apoth or Arkston?
I don't
Hey,
know.
Path. You said
Yes.
Now let me take my hoodie off. We've got the heating on now. It's gone really cold in the UK too. So.
Mm-hmm.
He asked you how much gold you spent. Basically, he asked you if you spent 200.
200 sound good?
Because I spent 100 and you can spend
Yeah,
100.
I'm gonna spend 200 because I'm gonna be a dick and just double him.
Yeah, okay. I'll
Good
edit
one.
that for you. 300. Oh wait, no,
Oh,
not
is
that
there
much
like?
gold.
Oh, is this like a plan? You're trying to get Khaled like spend as much as possible.
No, Lurk just likes to show off.
Oh, dude. Probably something like we're doing that. I can imagine it.
Try
So-
and subtly get at her any way you can.
Slowly falling in love with Keller.
Ooh.
He loves to hate her. That's what it is. He
Mhm.
loves to hate her. It's
The
like,
good romance right there. The villainous falls in love.
Hate boner.
hate. Oh, I've had one of those.
Uh-huh.
Usually when I'm getting shot at. But anyway. What do you call it? So yeah, you buy the clothes, all that good stuff. The guy's like, yeah, come again, boys. Fucking come again. Anytime. He tells you some nice jewelry places. You go and get that. Any adventuring gear you boys want to pick up?
That's too early, I think. Do you
No,
think about
I'm
it
good.
after the
I think
ball,
I'm
or are
pretty
we
much-
good now?
I think I pretty much already bought everything that I needed that I used like
Yeah.
on our little trek through the woods.
Mm-hmm. That's 2 for everybody luck points there, because we all got involved and had some fun there on the little role play. But 2 luck points for everybody.
Okay, now was that
Hey.
something that we add manually or is that like automatic?
Yes, it's on your character sheet at the very top on the main page.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to make sure so I don't like suddenly
the
add
hero
on top of
points.
anything you've added. Like I look at
Any...
my thing and I suddenly have 50 hero points. Like,
Oh shit! I might cap it. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Hero.
Where? I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, how come there's a star next to John's name all of a sudden?
What? What's special or something?
How are you doing that?
I don't know.
Famia's
No.
turning it off and on.
doing what?
If you're inspired.
Ah.
Ooh.
Ah, right.
So-
Yeah.
So
yeah,
what
yeah.
do I do? What do I do?
Ah, I see.
There you go. I've done it for you. Next to
But-
inspired, where it says
but-
hero point, you can just type that in there. See? Oh no.
So there's this D.
Oops,
No,
wait, I rolled
one-
mine. I should have 4.
Just manually
So
type
what's this?
2. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
2 dice. Yeah.
There you go. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So no adventuring gear. So are we gonna get ready for the party, boys?
I mean, how much adventuring gear do we need at the banquet?
Well, it's just for later, like while we're here.
Like,
Like,
I'm
maybe
not
get
gonna
out of
like
the road, yeah.
fucking swing my fucking grappling hook up onto the chandelier and swing around.
Not with that attitude, you know. What was I going to say? Yeah, so, should we do a suit-up montage? Like,
Oh yeah.
then... Please be a montage! Please be a montage!
Like a montage of like me like giving everyone a crash course in like how to bow and stuff.
This is how you dance in those weird ways that they all dance in lines and stuff like that. So weird, isn't it? On those music's on, boys. It's just like a little bit of shit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Turn it down a bit.
Promised. You know, the silver goes around my hands, my knuckles. I got some rings now. They'll look good, you know. I'm kind of uncomfortable because you're not really supposed to look good as a
Yeah.
cleric, but I think
Like-
once in a while it will be fine.
Yeah, man.
Well, you
Cool,
can
man.
probably justify it for your god. It's like
It's a work
it's for
thing.
a purpose. Like you
Yeah.
need to like.
Yep.
You need to like
Court
hear like
clerics
proper
all look
people
like
to
this.
this like
Yeah.
lord or whatever.
Yeah,
probably
Brembo's
Court
got
clerics
clothes as
usually
well.
look
We'll just say
like
Brembo bought stuff as well.
You know, it's probably the
he's-
sort of person that doesn't quite understand the concept of poor poverty. You know, that's gonna be like, oh, there's a famine. They don't have bread. Oh yeah, can't they just eat cake? You know.
It'll be like a navy vest with like a white shirt underneath.
So like, if you
And,
come in with just like regular worth clothing, it's just gonna be, what is that? What is that creature? Because Guards?
So-
Guards?
You boys all finished getting ready in this fancy inn that
Oh,
Keller's
yeah.
put you up in for the night as well. You boys are looking dapper. You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be some moist body. There's gonna be some moist corsets at this party tonight.
Hey, look, did you get a hat, for any chance?
I did not get a hat.
Oh, with a big ass feather. Go on.
No, it was a top hat.
Proper
Oh, dude.
pimp hat.
Yes.
And a cane.
Oh, dude.
A cane with like a gold dragon on
Yes.
the end of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what course it is. So it was the only thing I could think to say. Knickers, then, right? Getting backseat DM'd from my missus over here. No, but they're so moist. The corsets are getting wet as well. That's what I meant. It is fucking disgusting. Don't listen next time. Right. Anyway, so yeah, you boys are looking.
Yeah.
Keller told you, like, just I'll meet you outside the tavern at the particular time. You walk out. Keller and Lars are there. Keller is also looking pretty smoking, like in some like fancy dress thing, long flowing. It's nice. It's a nice dress. Huge
Assuming she's
cleavage.
going for like darker colors and stuff.
Yeah. Like hair's done nice. Lars is there dressed as like a valet. He's looking pretty smart as well. He's driving, and what she's there is basically the medieval equivalent of a limousine carriage, basically. And it's gonna like, well, boys, shall we? In this really fucking fancy carriage that she must have rented for this, and he it kind of takes as Lurk comes up. She's like, kind of holds a hand out, as in like, are you gonna help me in?
Unfortunately, he hesitates like a split second and then just sort of like grumbles and helps her in. Just quietly grumbles beneath his breath.
And she says, I'm such a lucky woman, and gets in the carriage as you help her. So, on the drive there, Keller basically explains a few things about like how Waterdeep parties are going to work, and she's basically there to get you boys to Lord Roaringhorn, and she's also there to pimp you boys out to start making a bit of money off you boys as well. Because it basically, her being the patron on the Men of the Wall is going to look really good for her business, kind of thing. So she's brought you, so she's winning as well as helping you out. So it's
Is she
win-win.
gonna be the one introducing us to him?
this is what she explains. She's like, so when we enter, the announcer, I don't know if that's a real word, the way the etiquette is she will go in, because that you are her guests, with her personal guest, which is Lurk, and the announcer will announce them. And then you, the rest of you, will all walk in together, and the announcer will announce you all in together as the Men on the Wall. That makes sense? So you'll arrive at the party, you'll queue up, and then and you'll be announced into the party.
Would just
And
like
then-
to point out, by the way, that I know Kirk isn't here, but I like asked in the Discord if like it would be in character for him to like not really care about sort of banquets. So just
He's
kind
here.
of pointed that out. So
He's
he's
here.
no, so
Just for the
he's
sake
like
of it.
not with us, is what I'm saying, because he wouldn't want to attend the thing. So he's like staying at the inn waiting for us or something.
No, I'm just bringing him in case it kicks off, because it won't be balanced otherwise. So I'm bringing him in. Kirk's coming. He won't be doing much anyway.
What do you
It's just-
suppose Brembo's wearing? Like,
In metal, probably. Fancy metal. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
imagine like some kind of like metal like suit with a little metal bow tie.
Metal.
Probably wearing like some furry shit, some furry dwarven shit with like nice looking handguards.
Yeah, some horns on it or something, probably.
Yeah.
Fursuit?
No, he means like a really
Fursuit?
fine
More
fur, like a
fursuit?
saber-tooth fur or something. Saber-tooth fur coat. Or...
I will only wear my fursuit.
I realized that's what you meant.
Just call me Tracker.
I just kind of really thought it was like funny that you said he'd wear some dwarven furry shit.
It's good. All right.
So we arrive at Lord Roaringhorn's estate, this huge villa with like a really ornate, fancy garden with like huge fountains. And those amongst you who don't know the nobility obviously see this as very, very decadent. There's like flamingos in the yard, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
think
fountains.
about this. This is in the middle of The town name.
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. This is in the middle of Waterdeep. You can imagine how expensive real estate is.
Exactly. Lord Roaringhorn is like a very wealthy, also very virtuous man as well. Keller explains all this to you. He makes his fortune out of adventurers like herself.
How about
Well,
weapons? Like, I don't suppose we
you
have
are
those.
you are 100% unarmed,
Right.
except for Vaymir and Apoth, because
Yeah.
You can't disarm me.
they can't take you. You obviously still have your
I was thinking about doing the
Focus.
Yeah,
Gandalf thing.
I got my fists.
yes.
I was thinking about doing the Gandalf thing and just dismounting the spearhead and just being like, you won't do that
Take my
with an old
walking
man, would
stick.
you?
You would,
Yeah.
says the 25-year-old Leor who's spry as a spring chicken.
I mean, if you just have like some kind of gem affixed to the end of the thing, you could just be like, no, this is part of the costume, see?
Yeah. Don't. What's this? What's this? A
Expect the
knife?
drip, Karen.
But yeah,
It's a letter opener, you dingus.
So, you're 100% unarmed, except those amongst you who have magical abilities to hide your weapons.
Why is your letter opener serrated? Don't worry about it, okay?
Don't worry about it. Why is there a button on it that says "Press here to explode, not letter opener"?
Why is
Not
it
a letter.
why is it named the gutter?
You.
Damn.
There's like a
That's
bit of a queue for carriages, and then eventually it's your turn, and you guys all jump off. There's like a little red carpet thing coming in. This is a very nice party. It's up ball season in Waterdeep, because obviously they can't go out on holiday at the minute because it's nice and cold. And you, for your turn to enter the party, you can overhear nobles talking like, "Oh, Lord Roaringhorn has put together such a lovely ball," all of that good stuff, and Keller reminds you of the etiquette.
As soon as we're in, I do want to like. Lurk does like, out of pure fucking fear, he basically does like have a little nosy around just to see if there are any actual drow.
Mostly humans and elves here,
You know
of the
what?
nobility.
So
With
no
the-
drow.
With the
Oh.
backstory I have, it's supposed to give me like an ability here called Court Functionary. Your knowledge of how bureaucracies function lets you gain access to the records and inner workings of a noble court or government you encounter. You know who the movers and shakers are, whom to go to for favors you seek, and what the current intrigues of interest in the groups are. So I guess if
give me
there's any...
Sarah's glasses, Cora. Cora, no. Cora, no. Ugh. There we go.
So I assume this could probably mean that if there's anything that you would like to find out about anyone, I might be able to like mingle amongst the crowd and like come back with like answers and stuff.
No, literally with
Could be handy, yeah.
currently with Lurk, he's just like wanting to make sure there are no actual drow around because they're
There's
horrible
no
people.
drow here.
Thank
There's no
that.
drow here.
Yeah, I could be able to. I could probably use this to like keep an eye out for that, maybe.
Yeah.
Just
But,
like
uh,
asking
glancing
subtly,
around,
like, you wouldn't have seen any like drow in the party like this, like, and then just like really like gauging their reaction, like, you know.
Where were we? Yeah, so you're kind of queuing to be announced by the announcer. Like, there's like this big foyer, and then you can hear the announcer going, "Oh, Lord so-and-so holds titles to this land, blah, 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 blah." Then it becomes your guys' turn. You, like, walk through the door, and there's this glamorous ballroom here, like, really well lit, and there's, like, long tables, and there's, like, a nice band playing fancy music or whatever. And just before Lurk and Keller go through, she kind of just like holds her arm out for waiting for Lurk to take it.
Lurk takes it, because it's expected him, so he does it.
And she kind of leans and whispers in your ear, "Big smiles now."
The most phony, like that scene from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where it's like you need your most phony smile. That's what Lurk's doing.
All
It's more like a
teeth.
sneer.
All
Like a
teeth.
sneer.
Just.
Yeah, hang on. Let me. You know the clip I'm talking about, don't you?
I think so. Yeah.
We're talking about like the sort of smile where like your eyes stay exactly the same.
Hang on, let me get it.
So,
There it is.
Walk in, and the announcer on your left then shouts, Lady Keller Darkhope, financier, patron of the Men of the Wall, Screaming Eagles, and the Knight's Partition, and her personal guest and escort, Lurk, paladin of the Watchful Lady, member of the Men of the Wall, wielder of the legendary singing blade, Symphony. And then you're walking down the steps then, and when the words Men of the Wall was said, like heads kind of start to turn, and like everybody's kind of watching you come down. And then like whispers to Lurk then as you're going down, it's like, I told you I'd make you boys famous. Then
Look can't help but chuckle at that quietly.
Then the announcer ushers the rest of you forward. You all four of you are just kind of stood at the top of the stairs, and then he announced, the adventuring band, Men of the Wall, saviors of the city of Bryn Shander, saviors of the homestead of Northward's Rest, defeaters of the arch-necromancer Xanthral, to name but a few of achievements. Members are Leor, Storm Cleric of Shander Cool, known as the Windwalker, Vaemir Dragonsoul, last known survivor of the Warriors of the Open Hand, Brembo Glowbeard, decorated war hero of the Hardwild Horde invasion, and Cleric of the Forge, Earwig of no family named, master of the sword and dagger, former bodyguard of ancient nobility. And then you boys kind of, while he's shouting that, are walking down the stairs, and all eyes are on you boys at the minute, because adventuring bands don't come to these parties, but you boys are here.
Doing like a slight breath of relief that
Do
you
we,
didn't get all the details.
Do we look apart?
You look the part. Like, yeah.
We look the part of adventurers, or we look part of like.
No, you look
belong
like
here?
you should be there. Yeah.
Alright.
But adventuring bands don't often. If adventuring bands are here, it would be the host's personal group. You know what I mean? Like their favorite band.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna try to put on the brave face and seem kind and nonchalant.
Mhm.
Like I belong here.
Mhm. Definitely. Yeah. So when you get to the bottom of the stairs, Keller kind of goes.
I'm just looking at exits and possible escape routes. I'm like eyeing every door, looking at people. Not in like I'm trying to hide the susness, but you know, I'm just like looking at everyone staring
Like
around.
you're doing
the
the
room.
whole Sherlock Holmes thing, like
Oh
Robert
yeah.
Downey
He's like,
Jr. thing, like
yeah. Just breaks it all down in his head. Exit.
distract target, block blind jab.
Discombobulate.
Cutlery on the table.
Discombobulate.
Stab stuff.
Grab leg, drag to the left. Physical recovery 5 weeks. Emotional recovery 2 years.
Yeah, so you boys kind of come down, and like I say, Keller also explained to you, like, adventuring bands don't often come to this party, so don't be surprised if you gather a lot of attention. The get to the bottom of the stairs, she's still like holding Lurk's arms, and she's like, because Lord Roaringhorn won't be down for a while, so you boys may as well relax, have a few beers, and I'm going to take Lurk with me to go mingle. And she taps his arm and says, this way.
Wearing that phony ass smile, Lurk just nods his head and goes, yes. With a little look of his eyes to the others that says, fucking kill me.
Looks back and just like, help me, eyes, like, please, fucking save me.
Just so you know, Lurk blames Arkstone for all of this.
You blame me for this.
With that, Brembo
Have a
kind
good
of
time,
like
man.
adjusts himself a bit and goes, I'm going to the bar. I'll see you boys later.
I think I'm gonna like respond to Apot's like look by just trying to like not look him in the eyes. Just gonna look down on the floor.
Lurk makes no like hidden thing that he blames you for this because we're doing this to help avenge your past.
Well, no, this bit is actually nothing to do with the past. This is me.
No, but we're working for her because she had information
Yeah.
that help.
As far as we know, we wouldn't have been here unless I like had to go on this whole
exactly.
quest of mine.
Can
You
I
would have
look,
ended. Go
can I
on.
look around for people from like my home area?
Are you looking for more tanned people? Yeah. Things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. I wanna see if I can talk to them.
Yeah. There's a. How well do you
Delegation.
know, like, the nobility of your homeland?
Probably would know only the ones in my hometown. I
Yeah.
wouldn't really know what they look like.
Yeah. No, I just
But
wondered if you'd
I could
noticed
probably
crests,
guess.
because I'd imagine.
I could, yeah, crests I could guess, and I could also look at their, obviously their skin color and their the things they
I
wear and
suppose
stuff
with
like that.
Arkstone's little ability as well, he'll be able to tell you like, oh, that's from what's the place called
Okay,
now? Where you're from? I know
Question.
what it's called now. That country, that place. We'll call it that place for now.
It's kind of hard because I can't really find it. I'm just gonna go to D&D Beyond.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's that place for now. Yeah, so
Calimport.
Arkstone could probably help. Calimport. Yeah, Calimport. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, Arkstone could probably help you out with that because he's moving through, learning stuff as he goes. Little fly on the wall. Yes.
Yeah.
Bame is probably in the corner, folded arms, looking mean, just like.
Yeah.
My ears are probably just kind of like you rotating around like radar dishes.
I don't know if I would know. Did you tell us that you were familiar with this kind of stuff?
That are what?
That you were familiar with courts?
Yeah, he gave you all the crash course at the beginning, remember?
Yeah.
Well, I would have already told you the whole like backstory thing.
Okay.
When we were floating on a castle.
What'd you say, Sarah?
I'd
Food will be here
probably
soon.
I'd probably nudge you a bit and like point like subtly to a couple of dignitaries or whatever standing over there. You tell me, raging, what I find.
Yeah, like yeah, they look like they'd be from Talisham. Yeah, Talisham.
Yeah.
That place. They're wearing the garb of like they'd be from there.
I kind of nudge Airwig and say, "What do you think those are?"
He says what I said.
I can go
yeah.
take a look. Just like,
Okay, so you basically.
and I just kind of like walk over and like take about 3 seconds to like put on my best poker face of the like the I totally don't fucking hate you type flavor.
Can I come with you so you like introduce me? or
Yeah.
something?
So
All fancy like.
Yeah, probably.
so one of them's there, like holding some sort of glass, and is like stirring it with like a cocktail stick with an olive in it or something. And as you come over, like it's a man and a woman, they're like, "Oh, hello," in a thick Talisham accent. Like, you boys are men on the wall, was it?
So,
Greetings. We are pleased to meet your acquaintance. I see you might perhaps come from Talisham.
Yes, I am Lady Beauregard, and this is my ward, Frank. Shit.
Frankfurt. Frankfurt. There we go.
Yeah, Frankfurt.
Yeah,
Thank
Frankfurt.
you, thank you, Vox. Pulled me out. It's like,
we are pleased to make your acquaintance, milady. I do like a little slight little bow, slight little flourish.
how charming. She's like, and how does a little adventuring band wind up in the house of Lord Warringhorn? And she pops the olive in her mouth and eats it.
Well, we did some very eye-opening achievements, and we've been invited, graced by his grace.
By his grace, yeah. By Lord Warringhorn. She's like,
But yeah,
By his grace, Warringhorn.
yeah.
there you go.
She's like, wonderful. She's like, I'd love to hear of these achievements.
Yes, and
She's like,
perhaps
she kind of
in
like looks you up
turn,
and down then, and she's like, are you from Talisham as well, young man?
Guess correctly, and I kind of say like the Calimport dialect.
Yeah, kind of like a local thing.
Yeah, like Calimport.
Gives the proper answer. She's like, oh, thank God there's other people from Talisham here. These northern folks are so droll, so savage. Always fighting.
more- Yeah, so they seem more relaxed in social situations like these, but to their favor, they have a sort of brutish energy to them, and it's vexing, but also draws you in on nights like these.
Yeah, but there's no party like a Talisham party now, is there? She kind of like finishes the drink off. And she says, and your tabaxi friend, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, should
Cat?
I introduce him?
Yeah, sorry, I was like chewing on something.
No, no,
Okay. This is my
Dick.
friend, the Earwig of no name. He
no
used to be
family
a
name.
former guard for the. Oh, no family name?
Like as you're
Oh,
like
yeah.
saying, used to be a guard for, and then I can very subtly
No,
like,
no,
kinda
no,
kick
no,
you
no.
on the.
Used to be a guard for a noble family back in the day. They're sadly no longer.
Sorry to hear that. How'd you end up adventuring, young tabaxi? Yeah, young earwig, sorry. Yeah.
Sometimes I ask myself that question myself.
Yeah, what's your phone, Sarah? Hang on. Yeah, do you want it? Do you want it? It's a WhatsApp, yeah. You don't want it? No, okay. Yeah,
Spend
sorry
some
about
time
that.
Wait,
Yeah.
nowhere to go. I suppose I just spent some time traveling the roads, and this is where I ended up.
Often the best way to travel now, isn't that? Isn't that correct? No shit. Hang on, I fucked that up.
It's good exercise, certainly.
Certainly, she's like. Then she says, hang on. She's like, says, hang on. She kind of turns back to Jordan. She says, so, how about escorting a nice old dear to the bar and then joining me for a dance soon, Mr. Leo? It'd be a
That
pleasure to dance with someone from Talisham.
Pleasure.
So she kind of like holds her arm out for you to take it and
Yeah, I'll
gestures
take it.
towards the bar, and she says, she's like, "Come here, Wig. You come too. You can speak with my ward." And you boys kind of like ferry off to the bar, and we'll transition scene a bit.
What
There's an
exactly-
angry Vamir. There's a angry Vamir just kind of stood there, and out of nowhere, while he's just kind of stood there, somebody kind of taps him on the shoulder.
Yeah, I quickly react, just looking at me on the shoulder.
It's Lars. Sorry, it's Lars behind you. And he's like, kind of leans forward. He's like, "What are you looking for? What do you see?" Lars is now wearing a different outfit, similar to what the waiters are wearing.
Laws. Possible exit. Anything suspicious, the usual. Can't be too calm in these situations.
He's
Let
like,
my
"No,
guard down once, and anything could happen.
good eyes. I'll be rotating around the party by myself." He starts like pointing out like he's found other ways, and he thinks he knows. Like he's like, "If you need to get through the kitchen, there's out this way. Just come find me.
Noted and appreciated. Thank you.
Do you want anything? I'm working here. Do you want a drink or anything?"
No, I'm fine for now. I'll just stay here for a bit.
Right.
I'll maybe find you somewhere later.
He nods and he goes, "Standing there is looking suspicious, though. I recommend moving around a little bit. They'll be dancing soon. Maybe try and get involved."
What I can do.
Nods. And he also then kind of pushes something into your hand. You look down, and there's a knife there, like a dagger.
Oh shit.
Like-
okay.
like-
Yeah, I slip it into my.
Bit hidden.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Like,
Oh, I just nod. I look at
Yeah.
him and I nod. I just slip it into my robe.
he nods back, like, little warrior's grunt, typical.
Yeah.
Like, and then we'll transition scenes again, and after Keller's been showing you off, Lurk, you know what I mean? You're a good-looking chap, you know what I mean? Like, all local
Yep.
court ladies are fawning over you, and it's like, "Oh, Keller, how did you land this little hunk?" You know what I mean? "Oh, here's the vine. Where do I get one of these?"
The level of
That's the
hatred
beta
continues to
poetry
burn
for
strong.
him.
I'm actually gonna go for a quick piss, boys.
What a rare
Dying.
breed he is.
I love the color of his skin. Mm.
Ooh,
The
What a
amount
wonderful
of hatred
sale.
burns
What a-
strong.
Does he
What-
have drow in him?
What a
Are you a
beautiful
bad
chocolate
boy?
man.
Oh,
I'll be back in a sec.
oh, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some beer.
Is slavery legal in D&D?
Probably depends on the setting.
I'd hope yes.
Apoth?
Hmm?
Do you know enough lore to answer that question?
What's the
I'm
question?
pretty
sorry?
sure slavery is if it's based on medieval like
Oh, there's loads of places that
yeah.
more places engage in it than don't.
I mean it's pretty
100%.
normal for the time. Like if it's
What?
based on the time period, so
Yeah, like the entire Drow race is based around it. The Illithids as well. I think just
Slavery?
just 2 regions over, and you've got an entire nation based around it. You've got Kalimport as well, Kalimshan, Schultz,
That is
Karatur,
slavery.
all of literally 90% of them. Oddly, the Egyptians don't in this.
Huh.
They're like
I mean-
the Egyptians are like super like compared to the good guys of the
I
Sword
mean
Coast. They're
Egyptians
like
didn't
even
really
better.
have slaves in real world too.
Didn't they though?
Right,
No,
sorry about
they
that,
had
boys.
a lot of they had slaves, but they had more volunteers.
I remember I said beautiful chocolate man, and I come back and I just said, yeah, slaves. That's what I heard. I was like, oh my god, are we still on this?
Amazing.
That's all we've been talking
They were
about.
asking me like which nations engage in it. I was like 90% of them
In what?
No.
in D&D.
Oh, right, yeah, slaves are
For example, Kalimport does it when I'm from.
yeah. I don't think they do it in the north, mainly because
In Waterdeep, no. Uthgard, no. But beneath the surface, the Drow do it.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's why Lurk is worried about Drow here, because Drow like they have multiple ways up into Waterdeep. It's like a really fucking dangerous place to be.
I mean, they're basically Dark Eldar, like they're just gonna drag you away, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let me change this music to, like, medieval bold
Court music. Court music. Yeah.
See what we've got. Medieval
Let's see, I
court
actually-
life.
I think
Yeah,
I might
go for
have
that.
something.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Oh yeah.
That's right, yeah. That'll do. So, Keller's been showing you off Apoth, you know what I mean? Like, she's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, she's also going to, like, blokes, women, like, oh, yeah, like, you heard of the Men of the Wall? Like, for some reason, they all know who Keller is as well, and, like, every now and then, she's like, wait here for me. She'll go off and have, like, a few hushed whispers with some of the nobility.
Yeah.
And the band starts, like, playing a bit louder now, when she comes back. And, she,
Random
says,
bagpipe.
nobody expects the Spanish bagpipe. And she's like, it's dancing time. Takes you over. You begin to,
Let's
like-
see.
I'm assuming you know how to dance because you're a noble anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I like I said, I'll do my whole thing with the fairy lights as well.
Mm-hmm.
Fairy fire.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you're
so
doing
I-
it now, yeah?
Yeah, I'll do it now. Nice and
Yeah.
glowy.
So you kind of start, like, opposite each other, and she just kind of smiles at you, and she, like, nods, like, yes. Like, this is exactly what I needed. So while you're kind of, like, dancing now, like, doing some sort of, like, slow dance thing or whatever.
Wait,
And she-
Raging, are you not
Yeah.
logged into your Steam?
Am I not? Oh, I might be logged out of chat.
I have something.
Well, I had a link for something that's like actually whole like medieval party mix thing. That's actually
There you
kind
go,
of
it should be on
interesting.
there. But yeah. And as you like dancing, she's like explaining who people are and what she was talking to people about and stuff. She's like, I might have some work for you boys and things like that, and explains Lord Roaringhorn will be down soon. And then she kind of like changes her tact a bit, and she says, I'm not the bastard you think I am, Lurk.
Looks and says, I know, but it's fun to hate you.
And she says, I'm assuming once you've all got your little vengeance, you're all planning to kind of run away from old Keller or something.
Look, realizes for the first time he actually has no idea what he wants to do. He has no idea what he wants. He openly says it. He has no idea what he wants to do once he's done with this all work.
Says, let me help you out here, Lurk. says, I can get you what you want. You want to be landed, right? You seek nobility.
Yes.
Right? She says, I can get you this. All you have to do is stay in my employment, and I can get you these titles. I need people like the men on the wall.
How long?
She's like, she kind of looks down. She goes, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure. And then like the music changed. She does like a huge spinner or something. She says, our interests marry up in two things. I don't want giants running amok and killing innocent people either. I think the boys can stop this giant. I think I can land you some titles for it.
Look nods his head and said, yeah, that seems agreeable. I think it convinced the others.
She says, like I say, I'm not the bastard you think I am. I want these giants gone too. Need you guys to do some other work for me.
Will this get us closer to helping Earwig with his, He pauses for a little bit for dramatic effect, even though she knows what he's going to say. Problem.
Working on it. I promise you I'm not stalling to keep you in my employment. I've got his name. I just need to find him now. Find anybody.
Despite it all, look, like, he says that I know you're reliable, but I just want to make sure that Earwig isn't getting a raw deal out of this.
She says, you signed the contract, you read it. I promised to find him. I'll find him. Oh, thank you, sir.
Deals with the Infernal.
And she smiles at that, and she's like, like leans her head back and goes, I've been called worse, I guess. She's like, the song kind of like do ends in a crescendo, and she does the little bow, the bow thing, how it ends, and like she leans over and whispers, and then she whispers in your ear and says,
I sent you a link, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll look at it in a sec. Like,
I believe.
hang on, I'm trying to think what she's gonna say.
Alright, I'm gonna be eating ice cream, so.
No, that's fine. In fact, no, she doesn't say anything. Like after it, she just kind of leans over and just. No, she doesn't do anything. No. She's keeping it tact. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. So she just kind of does the bow, and just holds her arm out again, and then the announcer bellows out, is like, ladies and gentlemen, announcing Lord Roaring Horn of House Roaring Horn, and then he lists off like all these titles and blah blah blah, really long list, and a plump elderly human male starts walking down the stairs in really nice regalia. He's got a bit of an entourage with him of hot bitches or something, and then she goes, I'll get us a meeting with him. Give me 10 minutes, and then she scurries off.
Alright, I'm gonna plod on back to the group then.
Yeah.
In the meanwhile, can I talk to this lady?
Yeah, if you want. What do you want to ask?
I want to ask her how it goes down south, because I heard the head priest of my religion is dying currently in Calimport.
She says...
Azuro.
He says... oh, sorry, were you going to say something?
No. That's not
right.
what I did.
Says... She kind of sighs. She's like, unfortunately, I can't help you with that information, Leo. I am stationed up here as an emissary and have been for quite a while now. I hopefully plan to return to Calimport within the 10-day, however. I plan to set off. Do you have details? I can perhaps write to you and give you this information in the future.
Yes, you can reach me through Lady Black. Darko.
Yeah.
Lady Darko.
Good.
You can reach me through Lady Darko. There's two pieces of information I'm looking for.
You know, tell me what they are, and I'll endeavour to fetch it for you. I will make sure you give the details to my ward, and he will ensure that it gets to you.
Well, it's about the ordering.
The ordning? This wouldn't have anything to do with these crazy giants running around, would it?
I kind of whisper to her at this point. Because I am a patriot at heart. And I kind of tell her it's a bit. The ordering has been broken. And
Right. Probably wouldn't know what the
giants
ordering
are
is.
now fighting. Yeah, that's why I'm telling her the gist of it.
Yeah.
Lord Hang has been and now the giants are fighting for supremacy.
I have heard the tales, and from what I've heard of your stories, that's how you became famous, is it not? Giant slaying must be good business for you these days.
Correct, but not something you want to do for a living. Because the living will become very short.
I'd imagine giant slaying is very, very
So
dangerous.
I was wondering, you bring back information about returning. Could you bring back information about me from Kaunsham? Because there are giants down there, I know. I've heard the stories. Now, there's also the thing about the head of my religion that I also want to know about. I'd be very grateful if you help me with that.
Yeah, she says, I will. When I return to Kalisham, I will find this information out for you, and I will. We will stay in touch, Leia. Definitely, you're a very interesting man.
Let's help each other in the future. Okay.
Of course.
I guess that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, you boys all gather up again, and Keller comes and finds you, and she's like, "We've got a private meeting with Lord Oringhorn. Let's go." So she guides you into
Private
this.
meeting then.
Mm-hmm.
So we all kind of gather up, I guess.
Yeah. She let's pause the music. Dramatic effect. Da-dun. She guides you into this back room. There's like a nice, almost like it is like a sitting room. Lord Roaringhorn's there. There's a couple of guards there, things like that. He smiles and he goes, "So this is the men on the wall. Lady Darkhope's been speaking very highly of you boys." He walks up and starts got big, huge, fat hands, and he grips each one of your hands, and he's like, "Oh, well, welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. Nice to meet you."
A pleasure.
I kind of whisper to everyone, "Remember the mouse." Remember the mouse.
Oh god.
The
Don't do
boys stop
both.
out. He's like, "Nonsense. None of that here. We're behind closed doors. I hate that fancy stuff, all that court etiquette." He's like, "Take a seat, gentlemen."
Agreed. I hate it.
Still an adventurer at heart, I see, Roaring Horn.
He's like, "I used to be like you boys until I took an arrow in the knee." So there's a younger woman there, and he's like, Sally, go fetch some ale. We'll have a drink, boys." He's like, so he sits down, gestures at the seat. He's like, "So you boys have traveled a long way, it seems, to find me."
Following up down the sword coast.
Good.
You followed the high road, up and down again.
How long has
900
it been
miles.
now? 2 months, 3 months.
About just under 2 months, I think it is. The journeys took.
I think we spent 1 month flying there in the castle, right?
Oh yes.
No,
the castle.
You flew to Bryn Shander, and then you were told, "Yeah, now go to Waterdeep." Like, oh shit, we just flew past Waterdeep, man.
Actually, did we
It was
mention
an
this
interesting
guy?
adventure. I can tell you that. Picked up a few things along the way, and I just show my scales. We've been through some stuff. I'm hoping it was worth it all.
So he says, "Look, Lady Darkhope's spiders have been spreading a lot of whispers about you." He looks at her and smiles, and she just kind of laughs like, "Oh, you flatter me, Lord Roaringhorn." And Dia says, "So, what can I do for you boys?"
Oh, fuck, what was his name again?
Simba.
Oh yeah.
Simba.
Well,
Simba.
we have been searching for a certain someone that might be the only hope to end this whole giant business. I don't suppose you would know someone by the name of Artis Simba.
Arthur Simba, the immortal man?
Yes.
I
He
mean,
goes, I know Arthur Simba, yes. I've travelled with him, I've broke bread with him, I've drank with him. I've even been whoring with him. He goes, what do
We
you
ran
want from
into
Arthur?
his son, but he doesn't know where to find his father.
He's like, nods and he's like, so you boys seek Arthur Simba. Your intentions are good, I believe, yes?
Always
Of
will
course,
be,
yes.
always have been.
Like, and he kind of sighs and he's like, he,
I
he,
suppose dealing with this whole giant thing would fall within that purview, yes?
turns to like the guard on his left and he goes, how far is Bryn Shanda? And guard kind of looks up a bit, like through his mask, and he's like, I don't know, sir, about 700 miles maybe. That's a very long way. And then he turns again to you boys. He's like, boys, I'm afraid you've traveled very, very far
Yes, it's about
for
as
nothing.
it's about as north as you can go and still find civilization.
Oh.
He says, I'm really sorry, boys, but I haven't seen Arthur Simba in 15 years,
Don't worry about it.
And
We have expected this.
and I wouldn't even know where to begin searching for him.
What about
And
when he last
he
saw
He
him?
doesn't have any next of kin anywhere? Anyone you would know about?
I believe
Oh,
he met his next of kin, and he sent you to me. And I'll
That's all there
be
is. Then.
honest with you, I'm probably the only person you could probably go looking for Arthur Simba in the Sword Coast, but oh my goodness, he's like, he like running his hand through his beard, and he looks really sorry. He's like, boys, I'm so sorry you've travelled so far for nothing.
I wouldn't
And-
say it's a nothing. We've had some wonderful, wonderful times together.
Kind of like stands up and like goes and looks outside the window with his arms behind his back.
As much as I know the old
Yes.
adage that it is not about the destination but the journey, it would still be nice to have a destination in mind.
He nods at that.
Oh, we still have an issue though. Can't find him. How are we gonna
Well-
fix this issue?
He turns and then he says, so you boys seek to end the giant menace. Is this correct?
Yes.
That is why we're looking for him.
And he like rubs his hands together a bit and he's like, right, okay. Like, I might know one way. Comes and sits down and he like leans forward on his front says, do any of you gentlemen know who Harshnag is of the Grey Hawks?
Of the what, sorry?
Of the Grey Hawks.
Isn't that a giant?
Would we know that?
I know one of you does.
Yes. I think that's you,
No, it's you dickhead.
yeah. Shit.
He saved your life.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I thought my backstory was someone else's. Whoops. I thought my backstory was
Oh
John's.
my god, my players are retards.
See, this is
You
this is
realise
what
this
happens
only
when
now?
this is what happens when you're gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we forget things.
Yeah, to be fair, like that came up in like one sentence like 20 weeks ago, so I'll let you off. To be fair.
Oh god, we're so old.
Look at me setting seeds for stuff so far in advance. I am the fucking puppet master. Oh, look at this. So he says, gentlemen know who Harshnag is.
I've heard. He saved my life once.
So his eyes widen at that. It's like, so you know. Like, I'll explain for the others. Harshnag is a frost giant of the clan of Greyhawk. He contacted me. He is currently scouring the Sword Coast, and he is killing any giant that dares say that the ordning is broken.
Such a thing would be dangerous for him.
Like, do you know who Harshnag is?
Yes, I do. Like,
He's
he
like,
saved my
then
life
you know,
once.
like, he is no mere. He's not just some giant. He is different.
Yes, but
He says he's fucking Harshnag. He says, I know where I potentially know where you boys can find him. There's a city to the north called Yartar. I've been in contact with the Hand of Yartar, and he believes Harshnag is near there now. I can arrange a special means for you to reach there, and that's it. Hopefully, that can be your next lead. That's as far as I can give you, boys.
That would
Right.
be wonderful, please.
Can I ask you some more questions about
Of
Artisan?
course.
When was the last time you saw him?
About 15 years ago. No. Probably when he was doing something miraculous like he usually does.
Hmm.
How old is he now? Probably 180 years old, perhaps?
Yes. Very old.
Like that ring of his, the Ring of Winter. Do you know of it?
I've heard of it, but we don't really know a lot about it.
Grants him eternal life, and it's both his blessing and his curse. The ring is old, but it doesn't have dominion over him. And the ring will always seek to leave Artus, but he needs it to complete whatever it is he is trying to do. I believe he tries to bring his dead wife back to life, but there's no hope.
I have another question. It's a legend that's been circulating around the north. A white dragon with an eternal rider. I wonder if you've ever heard about something like that.
Afraid I do not know of what you speak. There's a lot of dragons in the north.
Well, it was worth a shot. Thank you.
Yeah. If there's no more questions, gentlemen, shall we retire to the party and enjoy the evening? And I will come find me on the morrow, and I will arrange your transport to Yartar. I will bring up the map, boys. Let me show you where Yartar is. Share sheet. Bolito. Where the fuck is Yartar? There it is. You boys see that there?
Yeah.
There is Yartar. We are at Waterdeep.
Let's see.
We're here, and Yartar
I know.
is here.
Oh, there.
Yartar
Everlund?
is.
Everlund?
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. There's
Yeah. There is
The
Yartar.
Detherin Valley.
Desserin Valley.
Dun.
Ushers you boys back outside. He thanks you for your time, and he's like, I'll see you guys tomorrow. He says meet him at this temple kind of thing. Like, meet me here at noon.
There is actually a little thing I would be wondering about, because I feel like since we're so close to Nightstone right now, I think it could have been interesting to go and like pay that a little bit of a visit to see how it's going, you know.
Nightstone. It's a 3-day walk away. I think I remember measuring it.
Guess I'll just have to put a pin in that then.
Put a pin in that. Yeah. So he ushers you back out of the party, and he says, like I say, you boys are my guests here. Please enjoy all the hospitality my house has. The
Okay, now can we at least like just go there at some point later in the campaign though? Just
What?
I'm gonna be right back.
This is gonna be right back. One of the, like, as you're leaving the door, he kind of says another thing. He's like, you boys wouldn't actually be in the market for a little job, actually, while we're here. Like,
All work is good work, and I spent a lot on this.
like, it looks good. Says, I don't know if you've noticed, because I notice you all have eyes, but there seems to be a castle floating above Waterdeep right now.
yeah, that was the thing I was going to ask about.
Right. So we've not sent anybody up there yet. It's been there since probably yesterday afternoon, and we've seen no activity from it, nothing. But
How would you send someone up there?
Wizards.
Anyway, it's magic, bro. So he says, like, if you can wait to go to Yartar, I don't know how pressing your business is.
Mr. Bean, who's like, magic?
Yeah, exactly. He says, I'm willing to offer a handsome reward to know what those giants up there are up to.
Gotcha.
Well, Giant's business is our business, so why not?
We
He
probably
turns to
shouldn't.
Keller is like, should we talk business then?
I suppose you probably shouldn't tarry too long with that castle. About 3 days walk from here, there's a town by the name of Nightstone that seemed to have been visited by a castle just like that, and seems they dropped stone on it until it was all firewood.
He like nods and like, yes, I heard what happened to Nightstone.
On the other side, we were picked up by a cloud giant. In the same floating castle. Not the same, but like
so
it.
he kind of like belly laughs at that. He's like, fucking hell, you boys have had some adventure getting here, haven't you?
Yeah,
Well, I
serious.
suppose that would mean that either they are playing a very intricate long game, or there must be multiple factions of them.
There, looks at you and he says, the way I understand it, it's like barons squabbling over land, except now the barons are squabbling over who's king.
I turn to Lurk and go like, do you suppose they could be using us as some sort of chess piece?
Yes, 100%. They're all
The only one
desperate for
using you as a
power.
chess piece is this guy right here. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. I'm a bastard. um, yeah.
we'll go up.
So yeah, he says you agree. He's like, you'll have to find your own way up there. I have no method. I don't have any wings to give you, I'm afraid, gentlemen.
I don't suppose he could put in a word with some kind of mages college? I mean, he must have something like that in his town.
He kind of strokes his beard a bit. He's like, that will, however, reduce your fee if I'm paying for you to get up there. Is this okay? I'm willing to.
It's not like I can just flap my arms and fly there.
Okay. He kind of. I'll go see Archmage Guy. He's here at the party tonight. I'll see if we can arrange some sort of magical endeavor to get you boys up there. He also says, this'll, but for now, then he says, but for now, let's enjoy the party. I'll come find you boys later on. Keller, we will talk prices later, yes? He also goes, of course, Lord Roaringhorn. And he ushers you out, and then the rest of the party happens.
Give him one last little nod and
Ow.
a little.
So now you have 2 objectives. Yay! Is John back yet?
I'm back,
Did you get that?
right? You guys are hearing me, right?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening.
Have you
Yeah.
been talking this whole time? We couldn't hear you.
I said something. I don't know. I've been messing with my microphone settings lately because people keep complaining about hearing my keyboard and shit.
It's not your keyboard. It's that fucking mouse wheel made out of liquid hate.
It's the keyboard too, man. I don't know. Sometimes I'm talking to people in here, but it's fine.
It's like every time you just use your mouse wheel, you like BFG division just starts playing.
So, the rest of the party happens. Would anybody like to do anything else at the party before I gloss over it?
No.
Before I transition scene? Anybody? Going once?
Well,
Probably
Sorry.
just
I suppose
mingle
I
and
could,
try and meet new people. That's about it.
maybe I could like go around trying to hunt for like rumors or anything like fuck, what was his name again? The guy.
I'll
I'm
use my
absolutely-
background feature.
I am so fucking terrible with names.
Simba?
Artist and I could like mingle around and like try and like find some like rumors or something like, you know, like hey, say, have you heard about that artist Simba guy or whatever?
I'll be honest. Most of them turn up dead ends. Very few people have heard of him. And if they do know him, it's only of his exploits, not where he is or what he is up to right now.
Suppose it was worth a shot.
Was worth a shot, but not wrong with trying. Right. I'm gonna go get another beer and have a piss, and then we're gonna go up to this giant castle and see what happens. Yeah.
Now, hope we don't. There's nothing about us getting so drunk that we're like swinging off of chandeliers or anything, right?
Depends. Are you boys getting that drunk?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Keller's probably
Sorry,
told
what?
you
I
to be
can't
under this.
smell you.
This is probably like a really fancy party though, so it's probably like I just
Watered
gonna have
down
like
beer.
I just have like one glass of wine and I just gonna walk around with it.
Like you do.
Mm.
Right. We'll go for a quick break, and then we'll go up to this castle and do stuff.
Bye.
Bang! Back in 5 minutes.
I'm gonna snuggle with my cat.
I feel kind of sick, man.
Same, actually.
I feel like I need to lie down.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm gonna do right now.
I'm thinking about doing the same thing.
Oh, my bed's so soft.
I'll rejoin in my. I'll rejoin from my laptop.
I'm lying down on my bed right.
Might as well pause the recording then.
The party was great. It was great. Did
Yeah.
some mingling.
Got harassed.
Oh,
Sexually.
what a beautiful chocolate man.
Met a whole
Died
bunch of
inside.
hoity-toity nobles and pretended to like them.
The next day, you go to the wizard's tower. In the interest of speeding things up, I am going to say that the wizards basically have agreed with Lord Roaringhorn to cast a spell of I don't know, fuck.
Scrying.
Not scrying, no. I want to say
Teleport.
teleport. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Fuck. They can get you to the top of the castle.
Teleport.
So they do that, and are you boys interested in just speeding right up to the castle? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. We'll.
I assume we teleport like in front of the front gates or something?
Yes, pretty much. Let me.
Yeah, so we're just like right in the middle of it, just like freak them out. Like we're trying to keep this like as civil as possible, at least from to begin with.
Let me just sorting a map out there, boys. I will bring you all into the map shortly.
Thank
So
you.
they snap their little fingers and say some incantations and shit. The
You gotta be careful with the and shit stuff. You never know what they're actually saying.
oh shit. Oh, my game's lagging like fuck.
I'm
Not very well
connecting.
optimized sometimes.
I'm connecting.
Give it a sec. Oh, did you disconnect from the game? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop now.
This
Ah,
game
right.
really use that much resources though. Like this is just like a bunch of 2D pictures. Like
Yeah, but there's also the entire 5th edition rule set loaded into it. Let me just bring up the combat tracker. They teleport you guys, and you see a large area of basically this castle's fucking huge, boys. Right? You're on a parapet with
Can you assign me
battlements.
my character?
Yes. For you, my
Thank you.
obviously this is going to be like full like
who am I missing?
Beans.
I'm missing
beanstalk thing. What was it?
Jack and the Beanstalk. Yeah.
Jack and a beanstalk.
And Brembo. You're obviously, of course, all armed now and everything, all that good stuff. Let's bring you in.
Back in our adventuring gear.
Oh yeah, I guess where do we leave all this expensive jewelry before we go?
I assume Keller would have like a bunch of carriages and stuff. Like, could probably leave it with her.
Yeah, you can leave it with Keller. She'll
Yeah,
look
that's what I
after
was
it.
thinking too. Let's leave it with her.
Is this map limited for you boys? Yeah, you can only see so far. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. That's intentional, then, right?
Mhm.
Sorry,
So
I'm
you're on this.
back.
I forget that this thing has like fog of war,
So you.
and my
I'm just gonna wait for my painkillers to kick back in.
stopped. Oh fuck! My thing fucking crashed.
Give it a sec.
Hold on. I need to like relog.
Yeah, it's fine. Cool.
The ahead of you is a long, tall. Are they palisades? Is that what I want to say? You know when it's like the little pattern that they have on walls.
Embrasures.
Is that what they're called?
I think so.
Yeah. So they're that word, and they are tall, like way too big for you. They're obviously giant size. You teleport in, and ahead
They're
of
not
you
very
is,
inclusive, these giants, are they?
yeah.
I don't suppose you could like load the map again.
Yes, I can do that, my friend. There you go. Yep. So, you boys are on there, right? Ahead of you is a large, large door, giant-sized door. And standing there are two large, grey giants. Like, they notice you obviously appear, and they're standing guard, and they kind of like see you appear, and they're like, "Brr!" They start shouting stuff in giant, like hastily, and then they start running towards you. And then as soon as they get to about here, they then say in giant, "Halt! State your intentions."
Well, I suppose at this point I can like kind of. Let's see. How do I? God damn it.
Cora, no, leave my food alone. You won't like it.
How did I fucking make the arrow again?
Cora, no, let go of that DVD. Double left and right click.
Wait, I can
No,
just do
who-
this. Okay, never mind that.
Yeah.
But I guess probably walking up to here, and I'm probably gonna do like a little bow and go like,
You know what-
greetings, my good sirs. I suppose we can have this conversation in common, if you don't mind.
You're like,
Blarg, blarg, no.
you kind of like, they both kind of step forward, noticing now they're like grey-skinned, very tall, holding very fucking big spears, and they say, "State your intentions, small folk. How did you
Yes.
get here?"
Oh, teleportation, mages, wizards, whatever. We represent Lord Roaring Horde of the city underneath, and he would very much like to know your intentions and what you are doing here.
They kind of like look at each other, like a bit confused, and then they say, they turn back to you, say, "You mean this castle no ill intent?"
Not unless you mean us any harm.
One of them kind of plants his spear on the ground. He's like, "Watch them. I will go fetch the lord and lady." No, I will fetch the counts, is what he says. Sorry, I will fetch the counts.
I mean, he says
Count.
it in giant, though, probably, right?
Yeah, he says, "I will fetch the count and countess in giant." The other one, yeah. And as he walks to the door, the door opens, and then as he says that, like three other giants walk out, and there's now three giant. I know you boys can't see this, but basically close to you, there are now three giants basically stood over you, just watching you. Like three grey-skinned giants. I can actually bring some tokens in
I'm
if you
just
like.
standing there, like straight back, like hands behind my back, like like you would be standing when talking, referring to like nobles and stuff.
Let me just bring these in. These actually should be bigger than they are. That's really unhelpful. Delete token. Delete this token. Fuck it. Yeah, there's three giants here. Right, yeah. Fuck it. They're the wrong size, but it's fine. I'll sort it out later. After some time, two different looking giants. These are not grey-skinned giants. They look a lot like what was the name of that giant you met in that cloud? It's a cloud giant, right? Yeah. So The other giants are all stone giants. These two are cloud giants. Yeah.
They're not like anything ridiculous like thunder giants or anything, right?
No, the cloud giants. I just said the cloud
Sorry
giants.
about that, boys.
Yeah, but
Sorry
you
about
know,
that.
like maybe like that's the same thing. You
Welcome
know, like,
back,
because
John.
lightning comes from the
sorry,
sky.
Sorry,
you
sorry.
What did you miss, John?
I remember disconnecting just after I said, "Who here speaks giant?" So
No, we didn't even hear you say that.
when Archson was saying, "Yeah, like what do we like," and then cut out. Just when they were running up us.
So what's happened, John? The giants have said go fetch the count and countess in giant.
Yeah, like I was like, hello, I represent such and such. We would like your business here. Like, know what your business here is, etc.
Yeah. So now, so there's 3 stone giants now stood guard over you, and 2 cloud giants have come out onto the parapet or whatever it's called. A male and a female cloud giant wearing what you'd guess is fine clothes for giants. One of them comes out, the female, and then she, like, quite pompous looking, she's like, "Who here speaks the giant tongue?"
Brembo.
I do. And I say something in giant.
She's like, I would very much
I
like
say
to...
hello in giant. No.
Oh, did John disappear again?
No.
No.
Oh no.
Why am I
So
cutting
she-
out all the time?
No,
man?
because you're not in the game.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not.
All right. So she says, then once you say hello in giant, she like turns to you, Vaymir, and she says, "I would rather speak in the tongue of the large folk than of the small folk." And like she really, like, you can hear the disdain in her voice as she says that, Vaymir.
Yeah.
Try
I
not to
just
take-
shrug, whatever.
Try not to take offense at it. It's like,
You wouldn't
I
have
see
known
what
what
my
she
name
said.
Yeah, you wouldn't have known what she said.
oh, she said
She's
that
speaking.
in giant.
She's speaking
okay.
in giant. Yeah.
No, I thought it was like she was saying that to us. That's like why she's yeah.
Yeah. She.
I
doesn't-
just tell her in giant, whatever. Do whatever you want.
She's like. She says, "What do you 5 want?"
You saying this common now?
In giant.
Oh, in giant. We've come to figure out what. Sorry, the painkillers are kicking.
No
My
bother,
head.
mate. You take your time.
Come to find out about this castle in the sky. What's your business up here?
And you choose to just randomly intrude with no announcement.
How should we have gotten to you when you're up in the air?
Like she kind of grunts at that, like, and the man with her kind of like puts his hand on her shoulder, and then he says in common, it's like, "I will deal with this, dear. I will deal with this. State your business, small folk. Are you just here to know why we are here? That cannot be your only intention."
Well, I am afraid your presence in the sky is causing a little bit of a stir down below. People don't know what to make of this. And we are here representing Lord Roaringhorn, here in his behalf.
Baymir hears the female giant whisper filthy language as Earwig is speaking, and there's
I just kind of stare at her.
just like, what a bitch. Who's this bitch? The cloud giant then kind of kneels so he can hear you a bit better, and he says, "Oh wait, hang on, let me get their names up." Where is it? Fuck, I've lost my notes. Where the fuck are they gone? What?
Find them.
Sorry, gentlemen. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I can't
found them.
believe you've done this.
Just
I can't
look over.
believe.
So,
Just look over and you see your daughter like chewing on a bunch of paper.
oh no! So he says, My name is Count Dimbol. This is my wife, Countess Malara. We're of the Cloud Giant clans. We are cartographers.
That's interesting.
He begins like as he says that, his wife starts like shouting in giant. It's like, "Don't tell them who we are. We cannot trust these small folk." And then he like holds a hand out to you guys. He's like, and then he says, "Please, dear, we must be careful." Kind of like harumphs at it and turns and he says, "Yes, we are here just looking for." Hang on, sorry. We are in Waterdeep for our own personal reasons. We mean the city no harm.
Can I do an insight check?
Same here.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get my sheet?
Where's my insight? It is terrible. I know that much. Because I'm a gullible
yeah.
little fuck.
I actually have proficiency in insight too.
Oh, boom.
Doesn't matter. Lay or conceal.
Yeah, as far as you could tell, he seems quite genuine. Like he is. If he's acting, it's very, very good because he is playing the role of like the concerned, like no dear, what's the word, concerned husband kind of role.
Don't want to.
his,
Yeah, like
his actions seem genuine, and if like
I want to respond to him.
yes,
And I reply by saying
in giant
that might
or
be the case. No, in common.
in common, yeah.
That might be the case, but wherever we've gone, where we've encountered giants, there's always been trouble.
Don't you know there's an ordering going on?
Don't you know there's an ordning going?
Huh. That's actually what I say.
Well, I mean, insofar as cloud giants go, we probably had like good encounters with those so far.
But before I'll say I'll reply to Vamir's thing, right? Okay, we'll say that's happened. Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna add to that though.
No.
Now, with that in mind,
Wait.
we are of
Wait,
course
just
on.
let him just do it.
Okay.
Okay, right. If that's what's happening. So sorry, Vox. What did you say exactly again? Just so I can. I had my reply in mind, but now I've forgotten what you said.
Blah blah blah. Where we've seen giants, there's been problems.
There's always been trouble. Yeah.
There's
And
always been trouble.
He says. Then he says, kind of nods, and he's like, "Giant time. There has never been a more trying time for giants as well, small one."
Explain.
Then he says, "You small folk wouldn't understand, but the gods have torn our very existence apart, and we are now probably a broken people, as you would call it." And again, she kind of like shoots him a gaze at this. She's like, like she isn't fucking happy that he's telling small folk this. You know what I mean? Like, then there's what are you? Are you giant hunters? You're clearly one of those little groups small folk have, whatever they're called. You giant hunters.
It is.
Now, we are all
It
adults
is-
here, and if you don't mean anyone harm, we will not mean you harm in turn.
Yeah.
We are not
in
giant
Tron-
hunters. We are what our people, or our small folk, as you like to refer us as adventurers. Travel in groups, and we take contracts from high lords to measly people. We're like mercenaries, if you know what that is. So we seek the
He
glory
says-
of adventure along the road.
when you say mercenary, he says mercenary, and then he says, in giant, please.
Okay, so I'd say in giant
Then he
fighters
goes-
for hire,
Yeah.
or adventurers for hire.
Then he goes,
something like that.
yes, and then he says the word in giant. He like, ah, yes. Like,
I suppose they would have some kind of concept for like soldiers, professional
yeah,
soldiers, right?
Probably slave soldiers if they're prior.
yeah, what they call it, yeah. He says, he kind of like turns, he's like, a moment, please, gentlemen, and he kind of like takes his wife's hand, and they take a few steps back, and they like have like whispered words, like her hands are moving quite erratically, like she's clearly angry that you guys are here. He's like holding his hands up like the placating husband, you know what I mean? Like she's asking to see the manager, and he's like, "Fucking Karen, calm down," you know.
Is it like a little bit like
Yeah.
black people walking into a cafe in the 1950s?
Yeah, but let's not make it a race thing. This has got to go on YouTube later, man. Have you not watched the Lose lately? We got to be careful with that thing.
Hey, I did say 1950s. I didn't say today.
Yeah, no, I'm joking, bro. What you call it? Yeah, they come back a bit later. She kind of stands there a bit huffy, and he oh, hang on, I actually need my Storm King's Thunderbook. Let me go get the dust off it. Not often I get this out, because we're actually doing an encounter from the book. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
So we were supposed to go up here according to the book then.
No, it's an option. It's still optional. Like if you, it's a mess. This fucking book.
It's a
boys.
side quest.
Yeah. It's if you end up in Waterdeep, you can do this kind of thing, and we're in Waterdeep. So, he like kneels down again and gathers you all in, and he says, "I can assure you, I wouldn't say he'd call you his friend. He's like, I can assure you, we mean the city no harm. We plan to leave tomorrow. This city intrigues us." And he says, "What do you
Intrigue.
know?"
You, or you and your wife, since your wife doesn't seem
He's
very
like,
compliant.
you must forgive my wife. She is not very trusting of small folk.
She's sizist.
That bitch. Yeah. He says, "Waterdeep, as you small folk call it, intrigues us. We believe it to be built on an old giant settlement that was destroyed by dragons, probably over 10,000 years ago, and we are just here to learn. We are cartographers. We are currently traveling these lands seeking for relics of old Astoria, an ancient giant clan. And
You won't
that
use this as a scheme to invade. Let's say
Say
this
again,
was
sorry.
once. You're not going to use this as a plot or a scheme to invade or something.
he shakes his head. Is like, invading Waterdeep would be foolhardy, even with us just up here. Look how you got up here. One group of," and then he says the words, "mercenaries," like one group of mercenaries just got up here. Like,
You
If-
could also
if
just say
Waterdeep-
hired fighters.
yeah. But he's like trying to speak to you in common, like he's learned a new word, he wants to use it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Alright,
mercenaries, trying to get his pronunciation right. Like, you've just appeared here. There is a whole city of people like you down there. They could run through us. We are travelers and learners and historians.
There's even cities beneath the earth.
Yeah, he's like, if you say so, small one. But we only seek to cartograph. There, sorry, hang on,
Yeah.
I've lost where I was. So basically, yeah.
Only seek
He says we can
pictures from
provide-
above.
Yeah, yeah. So they're cartographers. He says, I can provide you with a letter, perhaps. Would that be acceptable to you? I know small folk write promises to each other in letters. I can provide one of these for you that we will leave on the morrow.
That'd be helpful. Can I ask where are you going after this?
Like, we have been summoned by let's just say, be glad it's not her that's here, and it's us instead.
Oh. Where are you going though, specifically? Like north, south, east, west?
North.
Where are we heading again?
We were heading
North-ish.
kind of northeastish, so we're to
Yartar. Yartar. No, you're a Todd.
I'm gonna be cheeky and say, I don't suppose you'd be willing to give us a lift?
We would.
He,
I mean, would probably be nice if we like went down with the letter and everything first, though, right?
Yeah, I know, obviously, but
as you say that, he kind of like turns and looks at his wife, and then says, "No, you cannot come with us."
oh,
Understandable. Have a great day.
Man wants his dick sucked tonight. You ain't fucking. Like,
no, a
I'm
man
sleeping
wants
on,
to
I'm
not sleep
sleeping
on the
giant
couch.
sofa for life if I let you guys up in here.
By the way, do you sell maps since you're cartographers?
Maps is like. It's
All
like,
those pictures that you take.
Says,
Do you have extras?
says
Not.
giant maps are for giants. They are not for small folk.
I see.
It would probably take all of us to even carry one of them.
Oh. Thank you anyways, this has been intriguing.
I do want to say one thing before we leave.
Yes, of course.
The greatest city of the small folk is a place called Kalampur. You might want to have a look at that.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is a wonderful city. Indeed, very further down south, though.
Because we have been to this place you call Kalamport many, many years ago before ordning was broken. But unfortunately, because we are now tasked with searching for relics of Astoria, our business is here in the north.
Ah, it's a shame.
What was I going to say?
Well, I mean, if that's all, we'll be taking that letter and.
I wish we could have exchanged gifts of pleasure, but I
Gifts
don't
of
think we have
pleasure. What are you
anything-
going to do? Suck his giant cock?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
But we don't really have anything your size, and I don't think you have anything our
You mean
size. So
orifice-wise?
Look, I mean, if you really want to, I do have the spell Gigantify, so.
Orifice.
I do have the spell Gigantify if you really want to go for it.
Boys, not bragging, but I've always got the spell Gigantify on. What? What
What?
did you say,
Who?
woman? What did you fucking say? What did you say? What did you say? It must be small without it. Oh. I just got rocked by my bed. Yeah, so he writes the letter up. It's a fucking big letter, you know what I mean? It's like big. It's like the size of a printer. And like this shit big. It's written in common. It basically says like I, Law, Count Mulbara, or whatever his name was, promise. When he goes off to write the letter, like the
This is like a letter about the size of a billboard.
yeah, no, it's not that big. It's pretty big. It's like the size of a computer monitor, like 2 computer monitors. You know what I mean? Next to each
We
other.
can roll it up easily or something.
Yeah, you can roll up. He's probably rolled it up for you. It's not too heavy. It's still just paper. You know what I mean? Yeah. Then he says, how are you planning to get down?
Same way we came up, magic.
Then he
I have
says,
Featherfall.
there are no mages. Like, did one of you cast the spell to get you up here?
No,
Oh,
one of them
fuck.
downstairs. We could use Featherfall though.
Can you
What?
cast that on other people?
I think so.
How? I didn't think of this when I let you up here like this.
Oh,
This is fun.
shit.
I
You're
don't
gonna get down.
suppose they have any parachutes.
Can we have some
Well-
bed sheets? Can we have some giant bed sheets?
Don't they have that magical staircase thing with the clouds and everything?
Yeah, they probably do actually. Yeah, thinking about it. Yeah, that's good, John. Yeah, to be fair. Yeah.
Nice, John.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
No,
suppose they
he
have
says
any like.
he'll have to drop you outside of water
I don't
depot.
suppose
And
they
you'll
have any like Mary Poppins umbrellas.
Yeah.
I can choose up to 5 features within range. A fallen creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. 1 minute, 60 feet per round. So that's a long while.
Actually, ooh, this is good foreshadowing. Actually, the giants say we can help you down from here. The cloud giant says, are any of you versed in giant rune magic? But
No,
accidentally
I'm
just got some really good foreshadowing here. This is going to
No,
be cool.
but I'm very interested in that.
Yeah. He says, we are not permitted to teach you this, but we can help you get down from here. He says, will you permit me to bark your skin?
Vamer's like, yeah, man, fucking
Yeah,
more
fucking
markings.
get it, more scars!
Get more scars, baby!
I suppose if they wanted us any ill, they could probably easily have killed us by now.
So, he kind of all line up and he says some sort of incantation over an inkwell, and with his finger he kind of dips it in. He's like, stand still, small one, and he has to use his nail because of how small you are. He like writes like a letter. One of you, well, two of you, but one of them's not here, recognize it, and it says, it's like the giant word for landing, right? It's like one rune.
Okay.
It's like Japanese, how it's written, like one symbol is one word kind of thing. It says landing, and he says, how much do you trust me, small folk?
Enough.
Well, I guess you haven't done anything wrong, so...
He gestures to
And,
the...
and immediately after he says that, it just brings out a giant can of brain.
I trust you enough to let Eowyn jump first.
He says, he points towards the parapet and says, jump.
Off you go, Eowyn.
Let's go. Let's jump together.
They say cats land on their
So
feet.
he says, I assume you all looked at him pretty shocked in real life. He was like, I have now inscribed upon you rune magic.
I think...
What the...
rip.
Oh,
Someone fell out of TeamSpeak.
Oh,
Yeah.
did Rage just disconnect?
You did.
Amazing.
Host connection lost. Oh, great.
Good night,
It says
Raging.
host connection lost. Oh.
Probably a power outage or something.
Oh, I guess the
maybe they're being invaded by someone. I don't know.
Oh no, the English aren't being invaded, we're fine.
reconnected
Basically,
one failed.
Yeah, basically what I was about to suggest was that we all jumped at the same time, so I
I-
could technically use Featherfall on us if things went wrong.
You're
Well,
like lightning
Someone
and
came
fire.
over and flew a blue off. How?
I don't suppose Britain just got nuked or anything.
No, his kid came over and turned the computer off. Well, little shit.
That did happen to me one time though. It was like one time my nephew was like really, really tiny. It just like waddled over and just saw a big button.
It's so depressing, yeah.
But almost yeeted him out the fucking window.
Probably gave him a heart attack. Well, so far so good, man.
I mean, we're not all dead yet.
I don't feel sick anymore. That's good.
Was it like you were nauseous or like?
It felt like I was overheating, but not really. You know when you've been out in the sun too long and you like break, go inside, or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So it's a little
Same
bit like
thing
a
here.
flu.
Like a little bit nauseous, like a fever. It's colder inside my bedroom, so it's so good.
Yeah, maybe you're about to come down with something. I don't know.
Maybe it was the beer. Maybe the beer compounded it.
I'll just try not to die before like the end of the session, then, alright?
If I die, you guys wouldn't realize until at least 10 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, I kind of wondered about that sometimes. Like, if anyone.
A superhero landing, right?
Amazing.
Yeah, he says like you will hit
I
the ground
do.
at full force. He says you will land and you will hit the ground at full force. He says he's going to move
do
the
111 backflips.
and he says he will jump with you as well. He says, "Look, I'll prove it to you. Like I will jump with you." And
We splat, but he just like.
yeah, it's like, haha. I think you
Got him.
guys can guess. I'm not just or am
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
TPK you? Yes, do you know what I mean? Like in a million years, if it was real life, you'd have been like, no.
Yeah, but I mean, in character though, it would be like,
I'll let the giant jump. I'll let whoever else jumps first, and I'll close my eyes the entire way down.
So you will land. He explains you will land at full speed, but when you hit the ground, there will be no force. Like you will just land, and
Okay.
it will leave like the little superhero crater and everything. Really bad on your knees.
it'll be like armor physics.
Exactly. And
I could just use slow fall too.
True. Yeah, you have slow fall, but
I don't suppose the two
I
spells would
accidentally
fuck
got
with each
some
other, right?
good foreshadowing here. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe giant rune magic will become a thing. Oh. It won't. I'm lying. I'm just trying to make it sound like I'm a good DM, but I'm not. Fucking winging it, boys. So he says, "You all stood on the parapet," and then he says, "Okay." They've moved the castle slightly off of Waterdeep, so you don't land and put big, huge fucking craters in the middle of Waterdeep. And then he says,
How big of a craters would we make it?
"Well,
We're not
fucking,
that
you're about
heavy.
to. Well, no, but you are gonna fucking land like 200 feet. I don't know how high. 1,000 feet in the air. Actually, it says in the book right here, the castle is 1,000 feet in the air.
Yeah, dude.
So you're about to fall 1,000 feet.
Would reach thermal velocity. That's what would reach.
Not thermal, terminal velocity.
Terminal? Or...
I don't know if maybe it is thermal.
No, I think you.
No, it's
Yeah.
terminal cancer. I mean terminal.
What?
So it's like terminal as in lethal.
No, it means
It's the most speed you can generate through gravity, isn't it? But
Yeah,
like,
it's a boring thing that I don't want to go into.
80. It's 80 something miles per hour. on
Yeah, it's
average,
kind of
isn't it?
personal. Like I don't want to get into it or
It completely
anything.
depends
No,
on your weight
no,
and your.
No,
Not meaning to
Dynamics.
brag, but
Oh,
I
you
learned,
fat sham.
not
You're
meaning
fat
to brag,
shaming?
but I learned all about terminal velocity when I was on my skydiving course paid
Let's
by the
spend
military.
the entire rest of the session discussing physics.
No, that's what I want to avoid.
That's what
man.
Tim wants to listen to, right?
Yeah.
What comes up must go down, but we went up, right? So now we're going down. Boom.
Basically,
Boom.
it's
Damn, I'm smart.
yeah. You don't always keep accelerating because of
Okay, no one
friction.
cares. Can we play, nerd?
Yes, let's go. So he says, he stands on the parapet. He's also inscribed the same runes on himself, and he says, "Follow me," and he just literally falls off the
Joking,
cliff.
John, I love you.
And
hold on.
No, but
I'm assuming you guys all jump as well.
Yeah.
So, regret is
I
the
mean-
first thing you think. By the way, guys, I'd
Going
start rolling.
Remember
new
when you die,
characters.
fingers first.
I'd start rolling new characters, guys, because you all just fell for it.
Hell yeah.
Worst DM ever. So actually, fall damage caps at 20d6 damage. So hang on. Let me just get my d6s out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you all take 62 damage. Brembo's still alive.
oh my god, you're kidding.
I think he is actually.
Oh my god.
I think Brembo's still conscious.
Terminal velocity.
Hang on, how many HP?
Sheesh.
Oh my god, Brembo's still conscious. He's got 2 HP. He's just there like, ow, my face.
Oh, I love it.
I can imagine.
Wait,
How
wait,
much
we get knocked,
HP does
we
he
get
have?
knocked out
He has
first, so he can help us
64.
up. He can help us up.
He does. He has healing hands. He could just.
Oh my god.
If any of you oh my god, you'd all actually survive that because Brembo would just healing hands you all.
I really like how Dungeons and Dragons makes sense.
I think it's 20d6 full damage. Is it 20 or is it 30?
How much HP do I have? I can't remember.
You
Wait, why is
have
it only me and Earwig
54.
here?
Yeah, boys joining the game.
Yeah, I'm loading it. It's just taking a while for me.
Yeah, no bother. Yeah, so 60. I can't believe Brembo just survived 1,000-foot fall because it's 1d6 per 10-foot damage, 10 foot of falling, and I'm pretty sure it caps at 20d6. Oh my.
So a high level character could just jump anyways.
Yeah, and imagine if you were raging as a barbarian and you took half that because it's bludgeoning damage, so you
Oh my
take
God.
31 damage from falling 1,000 foot. It's like I'm so angry.
Yeah, I like how D&D just makes sense.
Actually, I think you'd lose your rage because longer than 6 seconds would pass. So, and you haven't attacked something, so
Attack
probably
yourself.
lose.
But unless you
rage
just punched your
before you hit.
teammate on the way down.
I don't suppose there's like any like enemies in the game like slimes or anything that has like bludgeoning resistance.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
loads of
Because
stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
loads
sure
of
we could
stuff.
just like hold one of those in front of us.
There's
Remember
one.
when Judge Stick
there's
stuck
one-
his finger into the fucking wall?
Oh yeah, he put his arm in the wall and got
There's
raped by
one-
that sludge.
Yeah.
There's one creature that comes from like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a realm of constant war,
I like how
And
we went
it
off
has-
topic.
I love it.
and
Imagine the
it has
post-op-
immunity to everything but bludgeoning. It's insane.
Imagine the post-op memes about John sticking his finger in a hole.
Just
I give
imagine,
him a
just
gift.
imagine John actually
A
letting.
gift of pleasure.
Imagine John actually sticking his finger in anything. Oh, because he's a virgin, right? Got him. Got him. Anyway.
Gotta-
I don't know if you're a virgin, John. If you are, it's fine. It's your choice. Okay.
It's God's plan.
It's God's plan. Right. Anyway, so yeah, you
I'm a
guys
cleric.
all
I'm a
jump.
cleric in real life. That's what I am.
You guys all jump, and imagine nothing but regret kind of takes your body on hold. You can see a giant falling much faster than you because physics, gravity, terminal velocity.
He just nukes the ground as he hits it.
Like, I
Definitely
don't-
going to like
have you- Is it?
definitely
I
going to
don't-
hesitate for 10 seconds then.
What do you call it? This may sound off topic, but it actually isn't. Have you ever like jumped off something really high in a video game, knowing you'd survive, right? And as you're falling,
But you're
just
feeling that, yeah, you're
your
feeling...
stomach kind of churns,
Yeah.
doesn't it? I'd imagine all of your characters are feeling that now, just like.
I'm meditating in the air.
Just like, like it's the same feeling I had the first time I fell out of a plane, but call it
I hate the
the,
feeling of falling. Fuck.
like so you're falling, and I imagine just nothing but regret.
That's like-
Like you.
I'd call feather. I
Shadow
cast
of the
featherfall.
Colossus. Shadow of
I
the
cast
Colossus for me.
featherfall before we hit the ground. Is that possible?
Yeah, of course it's possible.
Can I do that?
You
Don't-
see the giant crash before you do. Burn a spell slot, John, by the way, just in case.
I'll do it.
Now
It's
we
important.
aren't aiming
Um,
away from any houses or anything, right?
Yeah, no, he's they've took the castle away from Waterdeep, so you're landing outside of Waterdeep. You see the giant crash
I'm gonna
first, just a
kill a
little,
random cow.
little mushroom cloud,
Oh my
and
god.
then and imagine you're all closing your eyes, like, oh my god, 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 and then all of a sudden, like, you kind of, let's say, everybody make an acrobatics check. No,
Okay.
first of all, wait there,
Oh.
no. What I first want is some sort of bravery test. Now, I don't know how that would work. Let me just have a look at the character sheet.
Constitution?
Probably Constitution, yeah.
Probably Constitution. Yeah, I'd probably agree. Yeah, everybody make a Constitution check, and anybody who gets higher than 15 is allowed to make an acrobatics check.
Check or save?
Check.
Where's my con? Where's my con? Oh,
Okay. So
Python, what did you say?
then, if you wait until everybody's rolled it. So John, you were
Ah!
terrified. So was Vamir. Everybody except Arkstone is terrified.
Yeah, but he's a cat.
Wait, 15's very high, actually, isn't it? I was going to change it to 13, but you still all fail.
Okay.
Yeah, Arkstone, you can make an acrobatics check.
Okay, let's see.
What do you have, like +8?
plus 1. Oh my god, yeah, you still land stupidly. In fact, 13. Sorry, I just saw the 6. I didn't notice the +7. No, you actually land pretty gracefully. So apart from John, who obviously is casting Featherfall because he's an absolute puss.
I cast it on everyone, I think.
You'd be too far apart.
Ah, true.
Everyone else just like falls like a bunch of beans into a kettle.
And you kind of just land like that.
I kill a random cow.
Like that broad out of Deadpool. You know, when he does the superhero landing. Like
Who's watched Get Smart?
the rest of you all kind of land face first because you fail your bravery check, so you just kind of curled in a ball like, and you kind of land, open your eyes after the smoke settles, and you're just kind of there in the fetal position, like this mini crater is around you, and you're just there, like, you look down.
It's fine. This
And you
random
were
10-year-old broke my fall.
Oh, thank God! you kind of look around and you like touch yourself, like no pain, no nothing, like you've just smashed into the ground at terminal velocity, and you are completely fine.
I think for a moment it kind of occurs to me like, do I know any ways to check whether or not I'm a ghost?
I don't know, maybe touch yourself.
Like maybe like look around to see
Touch
if
yourself,
I see
Earwig.
my own corpse anywhere.
Touch yourself, Earwig. Touch yourself. I'm your hormone monster right now. Touch yourself, Earwig. Do it. Remember how nice Keller looked at that party?
Boys,
I still want to stab Keller.
boys. Look in D&D chat. This is how we felt.
Oh, this I gotta see. I gotta launch. Oh, fucking computer's so slow. I don't know what's happened to it. It's just gone really slow all of a sudden.
Oh my god, the pig. So, how many people did we kill? What's the body count?
The as you stand up, like you've all kind of landed pretty close to each other within like 100-meter radius. The giant kind of nods at you and he goes like we will leave on the morrow, and then he kind of snaps his fingers and starts floating gracefully up on a little cloud. Oh. And yeah. Right. I was hoping to fight something today, but that party took way too long. And also my daughter turned the computer
It's
off.
fine, man.
Yeah. Do you guys want to keep playing? I'm up for keeping playing. We
Like,
can
no, I'm actually like my painkillers are like
killing you.
killing me.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
like,
feel too spry either, so I wouldn't mind ending early.
My whole face is swollen. I
spoiler
take a
alert,
picture,
boys.
but I'm embarrassed.
Spoiler alert, boys. Remember that little teleport thing Lurk found out about? Yeah, Lord Roaringhorn is going to pay for you to use that teleport network to go to Yatar. So you will be there instantly. No random encounters, no nothing. You go straight to Yatar.
Nice.
I love it.
Did we already?
We
like-
made it, boys! We made it! We have a rich patron now, baby!
Didn't we already talk to Giant What's His Face about this though?
What?
Because if we're not gonna do that, maybe it would be nice to tell him somehow.
Tell him what? I don't understand what you're trying to
No,
say.
weren't we gonna hitch a ride with him?
No, I
No,
tried
no,
to
he
sway
said
him, his
no.
wife
He said no. Like he took one look at his wife and he was like, "No, I don't want to sleep on the giant sofa forever." So
Alright, well,
Another
never mind
thing,
then.
though.
I'm never
Oh.
getting a
He
giant
said-
beach ever
Right,
again.
yeah, you
He
said
said
that.
we
You
would
said
meet
that.
on the morrow.
Yeah, he's gonna leave tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
Oh.
Evelyn.
that's kind of like what tripped me up. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because that implies we'll see each other again.
Oh no, like. Oh no, he says, as in,
No, it's just
Our
kinda like
cast-
see you on the
fine.
flip side.
our castle will leave Waterdeep tomorrow. Okay, how's that, John?
Makes
Yeah.
sense, makes sense, makes sense.
Yeah, I understand how that. Sorry about that, boys. I actually thought we would get to Yatar today, and then we were
It's fine.
Oh, there's going to be some fun stuff in Yata though.
Yeah.
Oh,
We can't
ho.
always murder bone, murder hobo stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's like this was a good session to get back in on, anyways, after a long vacation.
Yeah, the party was fun. I tried to
Yeah.
give everybody a bit because it's hard just to go. Oh, what do we have? Like loads of little random conversations. You know what I mean? It's like hard. Like
No, this
feel
was
like
good. You did good on the party. I felt like we all played our characters well there.
yeah,
Yada, yada, blah, blah,
It would
blah.
be cool, kind of giving some plot hooks.
yeah.
Like some people are like, you seem very familiar with this to Ark's character and make him comfortable and stuff like that, and he has to defend himself or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. No, that's good feedback, man. Any more feedback for me? Because I actually am sometimes
Suck
concerned that.
dick.
Suck dick. I will say now, boys. Right. So we're still on chapter 3, and we've been on chapter 3 for like what 13 sessions now, like probably more.
Yeah,
Um,
we still
We've
haven't
only
leveled
been
up
doing.
yet.
We haven't focused the main quest at all. Sounds like being
How-
real gaming, though.
How many chapters are there?
There are 11 chapters, yeah, but you will
Oh.
play. Well, no. Right, so you've got chapter 4, which is next, and then the game turns into chapter 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no wait, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, sorry. There's 13 chapters. The 13 chapters. Hang on.
10 to go.
So,
With it.
well,
No.
this
I'll
is-
explain to you how it works. Right. Hang on. Let me find out how many.
So the
There are
first
12
few are very
chapters.
long.
There
The
are
first few
12
are very long,
chapters,
right?
yeah, but there are chapters 5 through 9. You will only do one of them. There's like,
Oh.
yeah, you know
So
what I mean.
choose your own adventure.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
So I'm literally going to give you boys a choice later on. Like,
okay.
probably a bit of a spoiler there, but like, yeah,
Just so we are clear, like we have ended the session now, right?
yes.
Yes,
Alright.
I've got to scram really quickly, so.
Yeah, I also gotta go. I'm gonna go take a shower and
This
shit.
has been Dungeons and Dragons with Viking.